job. Okay, now we're gonna put this on for you. Good job, baby. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So today is gonna be something different. We're gonna do a little Q&A time while we're putting together this engine stand. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Blaine. This is Christine, she's my wife. And this is Kaylee, she's our daughter. Well, anyway, let's start with the questions.
How's the airbags going? The DIY kits you made, any issues?
So the budget air suspension is actually very cost effective, but it doesn't sacrifice quality. I feel like the quality really comes down to your installation and your prepping, as with many things. I've had the airbags on there from back when I was in Hawaii. I actually shipped the car over to California with the airbags installed. Now the bags are still in the car. Budget airbags are still in the car, just I switched over to the management. At the end of the day, it's still a lot cheaper than if you were to go out and buy a big name brand air suspension kit, which will cost you over $2 grand. I pretty much go over what you need in that video. So if you guys haven't watched that video yet, I'll link it up here.
Can you do a video on adjusting air ride to a desired fitment? There's plenty of install videos out there, but almost nothing like tips and tricks for adjustment.
Alright, so this budget air suspension is a little bit tricky when you go ahead and do adjustments. The first thing that I do is I check where is the bag bottoming out at. Is the bag bottoming out before the shock, or is the shock bottoming out before the bag? You want to get these things kind of at a balance where it'll more than likely air out the bag before it airs out the shock. So in that case, what I do is I'll bring the bag all the way to the very top, air it out, see how far left of a travel with the spring I have left by bringing the bag down a little bit. If your bag doesn't bottom out when you bring the bag all the way to the top, then I say just leave it right there. And then you can go adjust your height by your bottom mount. I know if you need a little bit more low, like I know some struts, they don't air out low. So you're gonna have to drop the bag down just a little bit. But you gotta keep in mind now, your shock still needs to be able to travel up and down. If you are riding with your shocks bottomed out, you're gonna blow your shocks a lot quicker than if you were to have it with full suspension travel. So that's just my one tip, is to figure out on your strut or your shock where the bag bottoms out and where the shock bottoms out. Because I think on the Aero Sport bags, what I'm running, there's like at fully aired out, the bag is still 3 inches tall. So you have to find out where the bag will compress and the shock will compress and the bag will air itself out fully, but not bottom out the shock, if that makes sense. Hopefully that helps. If not, I could explain it further into depth in another video. Just let me know in the comments below.
What exhaust are you running?
I am running a stock exhaust on the Z. It is a complete stock exhaust. There's nothing aftermarket about it. The only thing is the tips. I think I bought those tips for like 20 bucks off of eBay or O'Reilly's or something. I knew I wanted that truck tip style, but not too sharp, because I actually cut open my leg on a truck tip when I had an LS400 just by walking past it. But I cut off the tips at the end of the muffler and I welded on those tips. There's another, I actually have a video on that as well, but I did that back in Hawaii. So I'm gonna link it up here if you guys wanna see. It's like when I first started YouTube, so the video is not that great.
Can you just go over how your camber setup is, and also what's better to use, wider tires or spacers for the wide body?
For camber setup, I have a SPL upper control arm, and then I have the angle kit, which is a PBM angle kit. It's like the whole lower control arm with the caster adjustment. I have the top arm maxed out as far as I can. I haven't really checked what is the degrees, but I know it's somewhere in the double digit range, and I haven't adjusted the bottom. What I plan on doing is bringing the top arm out and then readjusting the PBM lowers to bring that out more, because I do want more front camber and I know there's a lot more adjustment to be made. As far as the fitment with the wide body, I'm running spacers. The only reason why is when you have an angle kit, you can't run too big of a tire in the front. You need the clearance in the fender well. If you run too big of a tire, it's gonna defeat the whole purpose of the angle kit. Especially if you're doing it for performance or function wise. I know there's some people that buy the angle kit just because they can give you massive amount of front camber, which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I am a stance boy myself, or I was. I still like a lot of style in my builds, as you guys can tell. The fronts I have right here are 10.5. The offset is -21, I believe. But I'm also running a 2-inch spacer in the front to give me that clearance. Also the fitment that I want for the wide body kit. In the rear, I'm running a 1-inch spacer, I believe, or 1.5. And the rear fitment is 18 by 11.5, -31. If you guys didn't know, I actually had those emits for well over 5 to 6 years now. It was supposed to go on my original S14 before I traded it for that 350Z. So those specs were made for my S14, but they ended up fitting really good for the Z. So I'm running spacers. There's nothing wrong with spacers. I've been drifting with spacers, so if anybody tells me it's unsafe, that's your opinion. But from experience, I can tell you that spacers are totally fine. Just make sure that you get hub-centric spacers that fit your hub, because if you don't, your tire will fall off.
When are you going back to Hawaii?
I love Hawaii and I miss Hawaii so much. It's a whole different environment there. And of course, all my car friends and all my family are there as well. But this year, I don't think we're gonna go back yet. It's not planned. But yeah, we do wanna go back. We are definitely gonna go back next year. We have some plans for next year.
What kind of fenders are you running?
If you guys watched my previous videos, I made a custom vent on the OEM fenders and people really liked it and I really liked it as well. So I incorporated that vent into the Fiberglass Mafia over fenders, or flares you should call them. And then I molded those in so it looks like the OEM fender. It's just a lot more flared.
Cali versus Hawaii.
Ooh, that's a good question. I really love Hawaii. Growing up, it was like the best thing ever. I haven't been too much in the car scene here, but I do love the car scene in Hawaii. But we don't have a track there. It's not really friendly for motor sport hobby people, but it is cheaper here. I think I choose California. Nothing against Hawaii. I really miss Hawaii. It's home and you can never replace home, but I feel like I don't ever think I'll move back. So I think I choose California. But I'm still a local boy at heart.
How's drifting with bags? Sell me your wing.
So drifting on bags is normal because I don't know if you guys know, but I've learned how to drift on air suspension. Like I've done clutch kicks and power slides in my S14 when it was static on Fortunato coilovers, but it wasn't like I drift now. Like I couldn't manji, or I didn't attempt to manji or connect turns. It was more just like a clutch kick here and there, some U-turns. I've heard people say when they're done ride-alongs, like they didn't even know the car was bagged, or it felt really grippy, which is good. I noticed that there's a little bit more body roll, but that can be fixed with stiffening up the bags. But for now, like I said, it feels good. It feels good.
Where the at?
What?
Would you be down to do a meet and greet in SoCal area?
If I ever bring my car down there, I would be down to do a meet and greet. I do go down there quite often, at least once or twice a year. Me and Christine and Kaylee, we were all down there in February for Kaylee's birthday. Maybe if there's like an event or something that's going on and we're gonna go to that same event, I will probably post it and see if anybody wants to meet up, give you guys some stickers or something.
If you know what you know now, would you still move from Hawaii?
Scott, what's up, Scott? Yeah, I probably would, because I realized how much people struggle in Hawaii. I was so blinded by the fact about like how much everything costs, what it takes to live in Hawaii, what the jobs are paying you. I mean, I know in Hawaii I had a good setup with the shop and all that. I feel like it's a lot easier for me here. There's a lot more opportunity in a sense, and I feel like if I was still in Hawaii, there would be a lot of things holding me back. I probably would still move away from Hawaii. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever move back. Maybe when I get older, but at this point in time, like I'm probably good with just visiting. I miss you, Scott.
What does it feel like to have the hottest 350 in the game?
Oh, you know. Oh, you know. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, it feels good. No, I'm just kidding. I know my Z is a little different. I don't want to say it's the hottest in the game. I don't know if that was being sarcastic or not, but I do pride myself on being different, or at least working on the car myself. Not to put anybody down, but I find it more satisfying knowing that all the work that's been done on the car, like pretty much everything. I've never took that car to a shop to do nothing. I'm the type of person to try and do it myself if I can, or if I have the means to do it. Because honestly, I didn't build the car for anybody else. I didn't build it for the gram. Before any of this Instagram stuff, like I was building 240s and stuff, but I never really was like, oh, follow me, like my picture, you know, all of that stuff. I mainly started this YouTube channel because I wanted to document this build, because my S14, I didn't document it and I wish I documented it. So when I got this car here, I was like, I want some footage, I need something to put together that way years from now, when like if I still have the car, or maybe if I sold the car, I can look back on the footage and be like, oh, I remember I did this. Or you know, like there's a lot of things that's been put into the car that a lot of people don't see, but I know that I've done the work, or I know that it's there. And at the outside it may look like a regular Z, or just your regular dime a dozen bag wide bodied Z's, but for the most part I've done all the work myself, and I'm proud of my car, and that's that. Like that's all it is. It's all love, really.
From all the things you do, what would you rate them 1 to 10, easy to hard?
As far as like suspension work and all that, or like the dual caliper and all that, it's all easy because there's many people out there doing it online. And if my video doesn't help you, there's probably going to be another video that someone uploaded that's going to help you. The custom work that I do with like the fenders and the bodywork and all that is probably the hardest thing, because it's custom parts. Like there's no instructions to it. It's pretty much just take what you know and see if it works. But it's also the most rewarding thing, because now I have a 326 power wing mounted on my car that fits how it should be fitted in my opinion, and not many people have it like that. I'm not gonna say I'm the only one, but I have one that I did myself in this garage, and that's rewarding to me. Just to answer like some frequently asked questions, what rear bumper is that? It is a stock rear bumper that is extended about 2 inches downward, and I molded on a IS 250 diffuser on it. It's not a straight diffuser now. Bought the diffuser and I chopped it up. I cut it up to fit the rear bumper. If you go ahead and just buy the diffuser, you're gonna notice that it's way too long to be fitted on that bumper. The side skirts are Nismo rep skirts. They're nothing special. They're replica, they're fiberglass. They fit all right. They're not great fitment. The front bumper is custom like you guys seen. It just has an ink slip on it, but I cut the mouth bigger. What color is that? It's a yellow. It's called lemon yellow. I bought it off eBay, or yeah, I bought it off eBay. It's just a lemon yellow, and then I added a custom pearl in it from KP Pigments. It's called like Nebula Yellow or something. So I added that to the clear coat and I sprayed that over. So it's like a tri-stage, tri-coat paint job. I get a lot of people asking me what wheels are those, are they for sale? They're the OG Worky mitts back from like the 90s, I believe. They're the original Worky mitts. They're not the new released ones from like a couple years ago. They are the original ones that you cannot find anymore. So they're the rare ones, I would say. But you can go ahead and buy the new released version because they revamped them and they re-released them. But in my opinion, the fins on the OD mitts that I have look nicer, and I don't know if that's just being biased or not. Those are my holy grails, and I'll probably never sell those wheels. I am looking for a set of Angle Minervas SSRs, so if you do have a set in 18s or 19s, hit me up on my Instagram and maybe we can work out a deal.
Not for the emits.
No, we're not gonna trade the emits. I'll just buy them. I'll just buy the Angle Minervas. Thank you guys so much for watching. I like these talking videos. I hope you guys didn't think it was too boring. Thanks for everybody who inputted some questions. Just keep an eye out for my Instagram or my YouTube post. I'll be asking for more Q&A questions later down the road because I do look forward to making more videos like this, alright? So, thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for supporting us, and we'll see you guys in the next one, alright? Peace out.
And stay good.
Camera, baby, camera.